Hiya and welcome to this video. This is almost like an add-on for some other videos that I have done for first-person shooter. It kind of updates the Unity input system, and some of the assets that I used in those previous videos. I'm probably going to update them all eventually, so it all works with the new input system and it all just flows a little bit better. But this kind of initial video will help you not so I think I've written depreciated on that other video, so don't watch that part 1 video, or actually just when it comes to that old video that I've written depreciated on, anything to do with the player and setting up the player, completely ignore, watch this video, and then you can watch the rest, and hopefully it should all entwine and work together. So for this, we are going to create a 3D document, so a 3D project. So we're going to click New. We're going to make sure that we have all the templates so we can have a look at what we're doing. And we're going to do a 3D UPR, a URP, a Universal Render Pipeline document. And we're going to scroll down and we're going to name this FPS. Put an underscore there because that's what I do. I'm going to, if you do have an updated version of Unity, it's going to want you to select your organization. So what I'm doing is just choosing my account and my name. Do I want it to connect to the Unity Cloud? Yes. Do I really know how the Unity Cloud is working yet? No, I do not. Does Unity know how the new cloud is working yet? I don't think they do. It's all a bit weird. I've tried to connect things to the cloud and it's not doing it right now. But hopefully if Unity or myself will figure it out and we can be able to sort out what we're doing. So what I've done is called it just FPS. I've then chosen my organization. If you have got cloud set up systems, I've then connected to my cloud. Meh, will it work? I don't know. Unity version control is probably a good idea if you're going to be swapping around. So I will click on that for now. It might not let me do it because of, I don't know, it probably doesn't matter. For now, but I'm going to click create project and hopefully that should all twizzle through. Cool, lovely. So Unity has opened up with its universal render pipeline. I'm just thinking that it's probably cut half of it off within my recording screen, maybe. Let's just make it so it's an actual custom size. So that should be my recording screen size. Lovely. Let's just remove those README files. Yet proceed. We don't need to worry about our render pipeline just yet. Just figuring out some things. That's fine. Lovely. So I'm going to leave it like this, probably just to sort some things out. First things first is that we're going to get a platform in here for our first person controller to kind of jump on. And again, we're not going to create this from scratch because you don't need to. Unity supply it and it will be a far superior first person controller than we would ever be able to create. So what we can do is, what you can see from here as well, is that it's very like the 2D one, where you've got main camera, you've got directional light, and you've got global volume. And they're all very lovely and very, very helpful. So let's go to right click, let's go to 3D objects and let's add a plane. Lovely. And let's make sure, oh crikey, it's struggling here. Scale 1 by 1 by 1, let's make it 10. So let's go 10 on the X and 10 on the Z. So we've got more of a platform that we're kind of working from. More of a plateau that we're working from here. Lovely. So the way I'm kind of using my controls, if you haven't been in 3D of Unity 4, is initially to look around. I'm holding right click and I'm going, hey, I'm looking around, and then I can hold, you can hold Alt and you kind of move around the pivot area as well. So if you hold Alt on your keyboard or Option if you're on a Mac, you can pivot around your area. If you want to look around your area, you hold right click. And if you want to fly through your area, you can obviously use your mouse. And then another good one is probably grabbing the hand tool, or you can use a W key to, Q key to drag around and move around an environment as well. If you want to look at a particular item, let's say a cube or something like that, this is exactly the same as before. So let's just add a cube for reference. So that cube will be 1 by 1 by 1, so 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter. I don't know where the cube is, but if I double click, it will zoom in to my cube that's hiding underneath here. So let's just drag this up. There we go. Cool, so we can use that as reference when we're kind of prototyping our game together as well. Lovely, cool. So make sure you save your game and you know what you're doing. So with the kind of what's going on with the new thing with the new input system is first of all we'll need to kind of install the new input system as well. So what we will probably need to do, well actually we might not need to, because it might just prompt us when we go and download. So if we go onto the internet, so if you go onto the Googles, and we can then go, just click onto your profile, whatever you do, we can then go onto the Unity Asset Store, and let's find what we're looking for. So here, let's go to first person. Should be able to find it with first person character. It's a Unity asset anyway. I've just realised I'm not logged in, but we can sort that out. Oh, maybe not. Let's sign in. Make sure you can sign in. And then we can put, let's actually put starter assets first. Maybe it comes up. Oh. There we go. So we're going to use the first person starter assets. So we're going to click onto this. And it's free and lovely to use, and it's supplied by Unity as well. They've got all of this other stuff as well. So if you wanted to set up for mobile, this is what this screenshot is here. So you can move, you can look around, you can run, and you can jump and stuff like that. We're not going to set this up for mobile. And as you can see, it's just a capsule collider with a camera coming out of it, but it has a lot of these different settings. So we've got move speed, sprint, rotation speed, and this is all some stuff that we don't need to code. It doesn't matter. You could put this into an actual game and get it onto Steam, absolutely fine. Unity don't care. This is why Unity make these packages for you. So instead of going around the long way, we're going to go around the nice easy way, because that's what developers do, or certainly indie developers would do anyway. So I'm going to click add to assets. I can't believe I don't have this asset already, which is very, very odd. So I'm going to go open in Unity. Yeah, always just open in Unity. Fetching assets. There we go, starter assets. So I'm going to click download. Cool, and then once that's downloaded, you can see we've got the import button, so we're going to click imports. And then it's going to be like, you don't have the new package manager dependencies. So one of those dependencies is the new input system. So we're just going to install and upgrade that. And Unity may ask to restart, which is absolutely fine. Got no troubles with that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Our Unity is asking to restart, so just click yes. Lovely. So that has all installed, and then we can have a look what we need to do now. Okay. So, so what we're going to do is we can go up to edit. You probably can't see this because for some reason my frame has cut this part out. But don't worry, go up to edit, and then we're going to go down to project settings. And then in project settings, we are going to click on player. And we are going to scroll down to other settings. Wherever you other oh, there we go, other settings. Dunk. And then once we get to under other settings, we are going to look for configuration. Configuration, there we go. And then once we are at configuration, we are going to check that the active input handling drop down. There we go. So we are currently on the new input system, and we're going to swap to both. Okay, we can use both input systems at the same time. We're going to click apply again, but this will enable us to use both the old and the new input systems. And then we should be able to sort ourselves out with the old getting the character controller into our scene once this is done. Lovely. So once that's done, we don't need to worry about this anymore. Cool. So first things first is a main camera is going to come with this prefab package of the starter assets that we've just downloaded. So what we're going to do is click on our main camera, and we're going to delete that. Window, package manager. It's all a learning curve. Maybe we need to then just type in starter. So you'll probably need to do this as well. Starter assets first person, import. What the oh god dear. Import. As you can see, there's a third person as well, but it can be a bit dodgy. We'll get to third person. Cool, so that should, there we go, it's now actually installed. How weird. Cool, so now that's installed, we're not going to look at mobile, we don't need to look at this. Let's look at third person, let's look at prefabs, and we are looking for the player capsule. I think it's just called player capsule, there it is. Let's let this load up, and we can drag this into our prefab asset, so we can drag this into our game. Lovely. That should also give us a camera view as well. No, it hasn't. How helpful. Cool, no worries. So what we can do is, so we've dragged the player capsule prefab into our scene, and we should be able to expand and see that we've got a player camera root. Cool, that is helpful, and we have a capsule. So now we need to drag the main camera prefab into our scene and make it a child of the player capsule. Cool, so there we go, there's our main camera asset here. There we go, we can see that working there. So what we're going to do, we're going to drag that into our scene. There we can see it's using Cinemachine, and we're going to drag this into our player capsule just like this. Cannot do that, we need to open the prefab. Cool, so in the prefab we then need to, we would just add it in here like this, that'll do. Drag it in there like that, lovely, come out of that, and then we can just delete this one, that'll work. Cool, lovely, so we've got our main camera prefab in there. It looks like it's positioned quite well actually. And now we just need to drag the, let's go jump back into this prefab. Let's go right click and go to prefab. Actually, we can click on it on. Nope. Oh yeah, there we go. Edit the prefab, and then what we're going to do now is click the player follow camera. Let's make sure this is the right one. The player follow camera, and we're going to drag this under our player camera root. Lovely, just like that. Let's have a look. Right, so then come back out of that prefab. Let's make sure we've got all of that. That's looking good. Cool. Let's press play and see if we do, in fact, have a working first-person camera. And we've got that cube in there as a reference, so I can look around, looking around. Where's that cube? Where's that cube gone? Right, so it is pretty plain and boring, but you can see that I'm actually getting to the end of my level here. I'm looking around. That's my mouse just cracking across the other floor. There we go. Oh, I'm quite slow, aren't I? But we can look up, we can look down, we can look left, we can look right, and we should have some kind of collision on. There we go. Can walk back, walk left. Cool. Any kind of collision yet? Don't know. But there we go. We do have a working first-person camera and a nice sort of avant-garde kind of cube there. Cool, lovely. So learning curve for me as well, because I didn't know you had to re-download the starter assets after you upgrade or set your input system to both, but there we go. That's absolutely fine. So from here you can go and create a prototype level. Again, let's do that. Okay, so we can download ProBuilder. So let's go File, let's go to Package Manager, let's go to Unity Registry, and we'll go to ProBuilder. There it is, ProBuilder. Click Install. Cool, lovely. Once that's installed, you should be able to go up to Tools and ProBuilder and go to ProBuilder window, which I'm then going to just nab onto here. And what we can do with ProBuilder is let's go with New Shape, and then we can go and we've got this menu here, which let's go. What is this? And then I think we should be able to click and drag. There we go. And then you can. We've got some stairs here. Click. There we go. I'll try and find some ProBuilder tutorials. So let's go 6 steps for now. That's quite cool. Or 8. There we go. That's quite cool. And then we should be able to just add that material on because it's URP. Cool. So once you have added your stairs, what you can do is let's go and play our game. And we can see if we keep turning our stairs. Sorry, the mouse grinding on the table. And then we'll be able to walk up those stairs. If we just check our scene view, we can see that we are colliding with everything we put into ProBuilder as well. So we can start creating and conceptualizing our ideas, or just a real basic prototype of what's happening within our scene. So we go back to ProBuilder, we can go again, go into a new shape. Let's go to something that's a bit more different. So again, we kind of get this yellow point. We can click and drag of how we want the shape to be. There we go. And then we can turn it up like that. Cool. And we can also, it's a door. There we go. Door parts that we can see. We can some surfaces you can't see. Again, we can do some textures or shaders or nice pink. Dunk. There we go. And again, we should be able to, if we go down here, we should be able to work on different settings of our door and the side width and stuff like that as well. So we've got like more of a narrow door. So it's only prototype, so this is why we've got these other services, but again, we can kind of work on this. And again, we can then just go into Unity and use our standard settings to kind of move these prototype bits and pieces around. Create a basic prototype for me and make sure you get your model in there as well. I'm just going to give that a yellow and give this a nice blue like that. That's really nice. So, and create a basic prototype level for me that allows your character to move around and bits and bobs like that. So we should be able to jump with spacebar as well. So cool. I'll see you soon.